Bruce, listen to me. It's Lex Luthor. He wants us to fight, but if we team up, we can stop him.
I don't believe you.
Why not?
I understand.
That's still funny every time I watch it.
Did he try to punch the bullet out of the air?
You are not Ozymandias. You cannot catch a bullet, my guy.
And you know what the thing is? Why does he also shoot his mom?
He wanted the pearl necklace.
Okay, you don't have to shoot her. Just take it.
Fucking Chromopulous Michael just took out both of his parents. I just love killing.
Oh boy, here I go. Kill it again.
It's hard to tell what's a flashback and what's a dream.
This is a flashback.
It can't be a flashback. He's ascending.
Yeah, well, he fell before the funeral.
He reverse fell.
They're very intimately introduced to him. Fucking mankind is introduced to Superman. Can you imagine him yodeling through one of those buildings just like, hi, I'm Superman?
Do you guys remember the commercials, the car commercials that spawned from BVS?
Yeah, they were super annoying.
There are airline commercials.
It was him driving in this scene through the city, and then he stops and goes, man, I wouldn't be able to do that without my whatever kind of car this is.
I can't even complain that they're still in the building because they were also still in the building in Man of Steel. People are just standing around like fuckers.
It's because it's a movie.
I hate it. I'm already mad again.
And then he saves the little girl, and then a guy's legs get crushed.
Gee, the Earth sure does feel denser. Love the fact that Batman's the one guy running in.
Makes sense. He is Batman. Ah, horse.
It's been 4 fucking years. I still don't know why there's a horse.
It's a police horse, I guess.
Why is there a police horse?
Because the police officer's dead? I don't fucking...
The guy died in the rubble, but the horse survived the rubble?
Yeah, the rock like hit the horse guy off the horse.
It knocked him sideways off of the horse. Yep, not radiation, not poisonous. You don't have to just grab it straight up. You're a human.
I don't think Krypton...
It's not, but what if it were? Like, he doesn't fucking know that.
So, Mud, you remember how you complained about Amy Adams being the main character of the last one?
I know she's the main character of this one.
I'm just double checking that you knew.
She is like the most main character of this one.
They did not tell me the interview was with a lady.
I'm not a lady, I'm a journalist.
You're a lady journalist.
Wow, very progressive, Zack Snyder. Thank you for writing that
Journalism
dialogue.
is not a gender. It's an occupation.
Zack Snyder said in an interview that, oh yeah, there's not really a place in our world for Jimmy Olsen, so we decided to use him in this way instead.
And execute him.
Execute him. First scene he's in.
Yeah, really good use.
It's okay, Lois.
I'll find my place in this universe someday.
That's my favorite version of Jimmy Olsen across all media. You guys remember his personality? It was so good.
Iconic.
One could say like generational, like Han Solo's personality, influential. I'd say Jimmy Olsen in this movie is just as, if not even better.
He deserves an Oscar.
Oscar, dude, fucking Oscar for writing, Oscar for direction.
Zack Snyder should win every Oscar, every year, even if he doesn't make a movie.
For Batman vs. Superman after it's come out.
Oh, I can't wait for the scene where they fuck in the tub.
Why is that in a Superman movie?
Did you just try to kill my cooch? Is this guy still bothering you? Time to snap some neck. That man's
Oh my
dead.
god!
That man's
Holy shit!
deceased.
Remember how his kill count was like 20 million assists, 1 actual kill?
Can we get like a kill count on screen?
It's a
for this
second
movie?
actual kill.
Ding.
Oh my
He
god.
went through
Do you
two
guys remember how
walls.
like he was torn up about Zod's neck snap? He was like depressed
went
over it.
through
Maybe he didn't kill that kid.
He came down. Then came fire.
He put him through 7 fucking walls, Senator Finch.
And then he screamed Wakanda forever. I think he thought he was being funny.
No one has asked what he should do.
They have. They've said he shouldn't destroy the entire city.
They said he shouldn't be depressed.
Good thing Batman took out that wall.
Justice.
That's the one he gets to Shazam. 872 million. Sorry, not thousand. But since it costs like 300 million to make,
It cost a lot to make. They made money off it. They just wanted $1 billion.
And they didn't get
They
it.
didn't get it with the 2 biggest superheroes of all time in a superhero craze.
In one of the biggest years for superhero movies.
Jesus Christ. He branded him.
Yeah, her heart's out. We can end this.
yes, I love this scene. Mud, just you wait until they fuck in the tub with their clothes on.
I don't believe it shows any of that.
It doesn't, but it heavily implies it. Oh my god, it's a bullet.
Very well intact bullet.
Why'd you bring it into the tub? Are you washing the bullet? Is it too dirty?
Lois, I'm home since you're naked.
I have super hearing and sight. What the fuck did you hide?
He even has shoes on!
He's a freak.
She's like
She's
oh.
half into it, mostly disturbed.
Oh my god.
Fuck my floor! I only rent this place.
This is a carpeted bathroom, Clark.
Oh my god. Yeah, now take your clothes off, you fucking idiot.
What a weirdo.
Oh my
He
god.
still has pants and shoes on. He even has a belt on!
We had 2.5 more hours of this.
One that wants to bring a dirty bomb into Gotham?
What's a clean bomb, Bruce?
A legally purchased bomb.
Kobe.
Oh, welcome to Facebook.
Ah, ahoy, ahoy. I did not know you were...
Tiki.
All right, I really like Jesse Eisenberg. Like, as an actor, I think he's fantastic, actually. Not his role.
I think it was a mistake to put Eisenberg in this role.
Or at the very least, have him play a character similar to the one in Social Network.
I think they got him because of his role in Social Network.
Really? Because they ramped up the cartoon.
They forgot to convey to him.
That he doesn't play the same character?
Yeah, they wanted Social Network. He went, gotcha, Zombieland.
These exceptional beings live among us. The basis of our myths. Gods among men upon our little blue planet here.
Yeah, why isn't everyone on his side? Because Metropolis happened.
Yeah, but they rebuilt it in a day, so it's fine.
It's because of the tonal inconsistency between, in the DCEU, everyone loves Superman and Lex is intrinsically wrong. But with how Man of Steel is presented, Lex is 100% right.
Every other step he takes, the drum beat goes.
Yes.
It's just very good.
So good. Love Lex's theme.
Yeah, oh, it's so good. It's one of the best themes in this movie. It's like the weirdest fucking thing you could do with this scene.
To look him in his eye and ask him how he decides which lives count.
You see, there's Lois Lane, and then there's everyone else. Yeah, I don't think he earned that statue.
This is where they fight in Justice League.
Well,
They fight in this movie, too. Do they just keep rebuilding this fucking place?
Hey, don't do it! Hey!
how dare you deface a statue that we can easily get off with water?
Someone wrote the N-word on Superman again.
Third time this week, huh?
They put Kryptonian with the hard R. They're making a big deal out of, oh, statue got defaced. Dude, who cares? Also, okay, how long was he up there for? Because paint takes a while to dry, even if it's spray paint.
You know who's great? Henry Cavill. You know what they don't give him? Anything to work with.
You need to get out of here before dark, unless you want to run into him.
Imagine warning Superman about Batman. Oh, careful, you're gonna run into Batman. Yeah, I think I can take him.
Flight to DC tonight. Couple of days there.
Go. Coach, no extra legroom.
Economy Plus.
Coach!
4 weeks off. No pay.
I'm proud of you, though. You're doing a great job. Fuck you.
I love her. She's my top reporter.
I love Perry White.
I do, too.
Lawrence Fishburne just makes everything he touched better.
Do you know the oldest lie in America, Senator?
All people shall be born equal and free.
9/11 was not an inside job.
No, oldest lie, Ian.
Oh no, they won't be slaves for long, don't worry.
Oh, these Native Americans can keep this swath of territory.
Smallpox? We don't have that.
We won't buy the Louisiana Purchase for $13 and a bag of cum.
Is he gonna fly again?
Mud, do you remember this scene?
No.
Oh, I do.
Oil made of my dead parents.
They're dinosaurs. My dad was a velociraptor, my mom was a triceratops. They told me it would never work.
What the fuck? Was that Man-Bat?
Yes.
Why did Man...
It was low-key Man-Bat.
Was that in the original?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Was he?
It's in
That's
theaters.
in the film, yep.
I don't remember that.
And then he takes 13 Vicodin and washes it down with a vodka.
That's how you deal with Man-Bat
This
dreams.
actually wasn't a scripted scene. This is just Ben Affleck. Is this the house from Elektra?
Yeah, no, remember?
He brought the scene.
It's the house from Elektra.
The jokes come full circle.
Bruce Wayne can't break into Lex Luthor's house.
Bruce Wayne won't have to. He's been invited.
Why did that shot linger for so long?
Yeah,
And he's
man.
not even gonna go to the party as Batman.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Who's that? You must be new to the Let Them Eat Cake beat. That is Bruce Wayne.
What what's so wrong with like Superman just knowing who Bruce Wayne is? They had to have this whole scene where he's like, oh, who's that? Oh, it's Bruce Wayne. Dude, he's a famous billionaire. Just let people, like, there's nothing wrong with him just being like, oh, Bruce Wayne's here.
Prometheus went with us, and he ruined Zeus's plan to destroy mankind, and for that he was given a thunderbolt. True!
So yeah, let me tell you why my dad never hugged me.
I just thought the bathroom was down here. I must have...
This is like in A View to a Kill when Bond is walking out of Christopher Walken's office and the guy's like, what are you doing in there? And he's like, oh, I thought it was the bathroom.
Christopher Walken's office.
What's your position on the Bat Vigilante in Gotham?
I don't know. What are your thoughts on Superman? Oh, he fucks. All right, calm down.
I bet Superman has sex in the tub with his pants on.
Listen, a lot of people do that.
No people do that.
Bruce Wayne meets Clark Kent. I love it. I love bringing people together.
Why do you care
Clark...
about either of these? I mean, I get why you care about Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, but Clark Kent is not a celebrity.
Clark Kent's just a reporter.
Oh, shit. People are about to die. That's cool. All right, I guess I'll, chill out. I would take this the reverse direction. I don't think he should be controversial. I think he should be universally demonized.
All he does is, I mean, okay, yeah, after Metropolis,
yeah,
you're absolutely right. But within the context of this movie, all he does is save people and leave.
Let's assume that it's real time. So that happened in 2013, which means that this is 2016. It's been 3 years of saving people.
It said 18 months.
Oh, okay. A year and a half.
2015, 2016.
2015 and a half. You said he should be demonized, but I would argue Zod would have done more damage if Superman wasn't there. To save them.
His introduction to the world was leveling a city.
That's really bad.
But
the
really
city
bad.
would have been leveled and some of the rest of the world without him.
You could still make a Fire Festival successful today, but the introduction of Fire Festival fucked up so bad they quit. Like, you can't...
I mean, they always wanted Fire Festival to
you
fuck
can't
up,
even
though.
You can't say that the next Fire Festival is going to be better. Of course it would be if you did it. How could it be worse? But, like, you're not going to say overall it's a good festival now.
I think I get him being a controversial figure. It just bothers me that everyone like makes this whole thing about him when he's not like trying to force his opinion on anyone. He just saves people.
Yeah.
Batman's out here branding people. He should absolutely be the more controversial figure.
Both of them should be controversial, but for different reasons than the movie's saying.
Yeah. And like, if anything, you could just read Superman just constantly saving people as him trying to atone for all of the dangerous destruction he did in Metropolis.
Yeah, but I see that in a more meta way with the writers trying to atone for how shittily they wrote the ending of Man of Steel.
Well, that's their fault.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
The way they're using the news to move this story along is so ham-fisted. Like, it was a fucking top priority story that this man defaced a statue. Who cares? That's the stock alarm noise just doubled up really quick.
I'm clearing the Nebuchadnezzar for takeoff.
I'm more of a Quavo fan.
Oh, it is? Oh, he's back.
When the planet was founded, it stood for something, Perry.
The planet stood for something. Then it fell really hard, but then the next day it was standing again. Do you guys think the movie benefits from having Wonder Woman in it?
No.
No, because all she does is look at emails.
Bruce is 3 different characters in this film. He's Justice League setup Bruce, he's weird meta dream Bruce, and then he's I have to fight the Superman Bruce.
Hey, Mud, remember weird meta dream Bruce?
This is all 3 Bruces. It's all fight together.
Why was Man Bat in this?
What is this, too? Is this a dream that Flash gave to Batman, which isn't even his fucking power?
It's supposed to be a vision of the future of if Lois Lane dies?
But why does Batman have a vision of the future? I don't get it.
He basically has psychic powers in this
Yeah.
film. Like, he has premonitions.
Because Flash came back to warn him, I get that.
But what is this?
Did he put a memory in his head?
What the fuck is this?
I don't know. I
scene?
think it's just a dream.
It's a very on-the-nose dream.
If he doesn't bring Superman back to life after this movie, injustice will happen or something.
I want injustice to happen. It would be totally consistent with these fucking movies.
It is an awesome scene, though, out of context of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
This is an awesome Mad Max movie.
It is. This is just fantastic.
And the paradigms come in.
Doesn't make sense in context.
Solely
fantastic
out of context, I think this is a good scene. But within the context of the film, what the fuck?
That's why
I remember this scene in the movie and just being thoroughly confused.
If you treat this movie as a clip show, it really does work.
Oh, I'm trying to treat it as a movie.
How dare you? Why would you treat a movie as a movie?
I know, right? Bruce Wayne? I met you once at a party.
You've always been right about him. Fear him.
And he takes that the wrong way.
Well, then he shouldn't use pronouns.
Did Flash give him 2 dreams?
Jesus, Alfred, count the dead. Thousands of people.
Thousands?
Dude, no. Definitely not. 9/11 was thousands. That was Hiroshima's. Watching this movie in theaters, I was like, oh, wow, interesting depictions of different personalities of reactions. And now, just Batman's right. Luthor's also kind of right, but Batman's totally right.
Batman doesn't kill. Also Batman.
He's always done this. Batman is a murderous character, just secondhand, you know?
This is firsthand, I would argue, but I agree.
I disagree. I don't think firsthand is if Batman snapped that guy's neck Zod style.
What about dropping a car on another car?
Well, he's driving, towing the car, and then the thing came unhinged and happened to fall in that area.
He did not come unhinged. He unclipped it.
They could have survived just as easily as the Bat in Dark Knight Rises crashing into those buildings could have killed all those people. He's always done this.
That seems pretty direct.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just killed those guys.
That was murder.
I don't criticize.
I don't
This
give a
version of
shit.
Batman seems like he's already older and more unhinged. So it
He's
doesn't
more
bother me.
unhinged. He's starting to get a little careless with how he takes care of the criminals.
I don't like the design of the Batmobile in this film.
Yeah,
alright.
it's like
It's
a
just
tank.
kind of there.
I do love the bat suit. It's my favorite one.
It's all right.
It's not all black for once.
I want to see the Pattinson suit in action before I.
The other all black one.
I don't want to say that this is just a ripoff of the Dark Knight chase sequence, but it reminds me a lot of it.
Well, Nolan also helped make this movie.
Did he?
Yeah, he's an executive producer on this movie.
Nolan doesn't really give a shit about the Man of Steel universe.
Yeah.
Why would he? Alfred, Superman broke my toy. I just fixed the Batmobile, really?
So in theatrical cut, the scenes where Clark investigates Batman and learns about what he does aren't in the movie. So in the theatrical cut, Clark just shows up and says the Bat is dead after looking at one picture of him.
Yep.
So you see why like the theatrical cut is like inclined to let people be disappointed because it removes certain important plot elements.
Nowhere looks like this with that kind of light pollution in the distance.
The bullet?
The metal was developed by a private company,
What company?
LexCorp.
Why did Lex Luthor create his own bullets? Why not just buy bullets?
They're untraceable.
No one's gonna know where they came from.
That's my point. Like you could just buy generic bullets.
If anything, untraceable bullets are more suspicious.
Custom manufactured bullets from your own private company.
Why hasn't he been getting our checks?
He is, Mr. Wayne. He gets a check from the Victims Fund every month.
I'm glad you were able to get copies of all these checks immediately. Okay, I think a lot of people and the security cameras just saw him push her. Wait a minute. Clark Kent?
Superman, can you take your shirt off for the court case, please?
We need to make sure we get every chest hair.
You gotta get the piss jar going.
I forgot about the pea jar.
Can't forget about the pea jar,
What
Mud.
does it say, like Grammy's lemonade on it or something?
It's the thing that she said to him earlier.
It's sweet peach tea or some
Granny's
shit.
peach tea.
Yep.
You can't piss that.
I
and call
forget, is
wine.
it his piss in the jar or hers?
Yes.
It doesn't matter whose it is.
He's not farming her piss.
I don't know. Lex can apparently do fucking anything in this movie. Why is it here?
Yep.
How did she let it get there?
Also, how is this not being live streamed on C-SPAN?
So this scene is really disappointing to me because there's nothing I would have liked more than to hear Superman's side of the story. And she didn't even finish her fucking opening statement. I would have loved to hear what Superman had to say about Metropolis. Wouldn't that be a great reward, or not rewarding, but like a really in-depth analysis of what that character is going through, expanding from him killing Zod? He just gets to be sad and fire instead because it's Zack Snyder.
This isn't the kind of thing that they say, oh, closed door hearing. C-SPAN is a thing. They absolutely would have been playing this live.
You think Lex Luthor knows that he gets depressed pretty easily, so he's just playing that up?
Yeah.
It's his whole tactic is just, enhance the depression so he never fights again. Very heroic, Superman. Leave the scene of the crime.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. And that doesn't feel very in line with his character. What was I supposed to do? Just let everyone die?
Maybe. Oh, Man of Steel. What a good film.
Maybe indeed. I will say, so far, I like this film better than Man of Steel.
Much.
That is, I would not say much. It's not even, like, cleverly hidden. Everyone should know that it's Lex Luthor. If, like, 3 people just talked to each other, they'd put the entire thing together. I feel like I'm watching a Shakespearean play because it's very clear who the bad guy is and nobody in the world is acknowledging it.
It's fucking Hamlet's mom's new boyfriend.
I didn't see it, Lo. Standing right there, I didn't see it.
I like him beating himself up over it.
Lex planted a seed of doubt in his mind with that situation.
Yep.
Which is really, really clever. And
We also
very
could have
good.
used this scene at the end of Man of Steel after he snapped the neck. It just cut to like that comedy drone.
And he's like, I'm here to
scene.
help.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
You just got over all of your
Or if
personal
we had a
issues?
scene where, like, Lois is like, hey, you're really overworking yourself with saving everyone. And he's like, I need to make up. I completely failed in Metropolis. Also, if anyone's walking by on the street, they know Superman lives here. Why don't you take your shoes off? Why does nobody take their shoes off when they get
He's
in water?
about to have sex!
That's the second time this movie.
Zach, do you know that people... I want to see a photo of Zack Snyder in the shower and he's got fucking Chucks on. You know what? I'm amazed. The Codex came back.
Yeah, you got to take back what you said. All your criticism about Man of Steel out the window.
Oh, yeah. 10 out of 10 film.
Welcome, Welcome.
Would you like to see Russell Crowe's Dumper?
What are you working out for?
Fighting Superman?
Fist fighting Superman?
Now, to be fair, Henry Cavill, regardless of being Superman, is also fucking jacked.
Yeah, but regarded of being Superman, I think is the more important factor here.
Think about it this way. The suit he's going to need is going to be very heavy.
Do you think right now, without working out, you could beat up Henry Cavill?
I don't think if I worked out once, I could beat up anybody.
This is the scene, boy.
Oh my god. Why do they have logos?
Some sort of Justice League.
Flash wasn't even named Flash at this point. Why is the file called Flash?
Wonder Woman's theme song does not fit. It's not a bad song, but
I like it.
For her time period of the first movie, it doesn't work.
I can't believe Michael Shannon agreed to return for the role to lie down and be dead.
He did,
Are you sure?
actually.
That's so funny. Yeah, he did.
Really?
Came back for this movie to do this. Nothing.
Easiest fucking paycheck in the world. I don't even... What is this scene?
I think I know where this scene ends up. I
don't
Yeah,
remember.
I know he goes to the Fortress of Solitude again, right?
Kinda not really.
He's only super attractive and very physically fit. I'm sure he's come here to die.
All right, Lois, you gotta go.
Oh, that means you don't have to go. You waved your hand at him.
The wheelchair and the bullet from the desert were made from the same metal. The desert.
The same metal manufactured by the exact same company.
That's it. They know it's Lex.
Yeah.
That's it. It's over.
Yep, you couldn't, like, buy a fucking regular wheelchair and regular bullets for your plan?
Also, fun fact, they just mentioned that it was lead, not in the theatrical cut.
Yeah, Lex put that lead around that because he was studying the Kryptonian ship and knew that that would be a thing he couldn't see through. That is a great explanation that was not in the theatrical version.
But they kept Kevin Costner's dead body in this mountain for some reason in the theatrical edition.
Yeah, far more important, I guess, even though it doesn't make any fucking sense. He's in a tornado currently.
Son, thank you for not saving me from that tornado.
I landed here. Is this in the theatrical?
Yes, this is in the theatrical cut.
I genuinely don't remember.
The executives who cut it down to theatrical were looking at this and
Don't
like,
keep
wow.
in the lead scene. Keep in the scene with Kevin Costner.
Keep in the scene of Kevin Costner. Which, as a defender of the movie, I think is fucking stupid.
If you had pressed me on everything I remembered about BVS, I think I would have said I remember there's a jar of piss. I feel like Batman hasn't done anything in this movie. He just kept having visions. Why does Lex Luthor want them to fight? What is he getting out of this?
He's about to explain the entire thing to you. Personally, Mud, actually. I swear to God.
I feel like since like the 30-minute mark, Lois has been like, oh, so Lex Luthor did this.
Yeah, I don't blame Eisenberg at all. I think they just picked the wrong guy.
I think he's doing the wrong thing with it. Cooch detector, activate. Wow, he was there immediately.
Are his ears set to Lois?
They are.
Let's have sex. I'll draw a bath. No, don't change.
Yeah, the Kevin Costner scene is so fucking...
Right? Even like after it's taken place, you still think back and go, wow, that's just not fitting.
You know what would have worked? You know what would have fucking worked? Russell Crowe and his dummy thick dumper.
God is all powerful. He cannot be all good. And if he is all good, then he cannot be all powerful.
So Lex is a radical atheist who hates...
He is a moderator of r/atheism.
So no longer are there's subtext and really heavy subtext of Jesus.
It's just text.
It's text saying that he is Jesus.
It's Ben text. Look at all the damage he does in his aftermath. Like,
just like a Zack Snyder hero would.
What the fuck was that? Because he's not really from Atlantis.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. In Aquaman, he wasn't part of that world at all.
So, like, what was he doing?
Okay, so why did Batman send her those files? What is the
so
reason?
that she can show up at the end of the movie.
Ah, so no reason in the context of the story. Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
she helped him out by giving him back the drive that she stole from him. So he sent her back the photograph of her.
Attached with Flash, Aquaman, and all these people?
I guess.
Why?
Justice League.
Why not just send her the fucking photo? Which, by the way, is a digital copy, because that's what photos are online.
I understand Superman's frustration in this scene, which is what I like, that there is not explaining it properly, because he's just fucking annoyed.
I believe that Zack Snyder's version of Superman would absolutely kill Batman.
Yeah, he'd already be dead.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm just saying, Superman is like, I need to tell you what's going on. And Batman does two things.
Batman pisses him off twice, and Superman's like, all right, listen.
See, this is absolutely justifying Batman's stance on Superman, which really flip-flops from who he was earlier in the film, where he was just trying to save people and has an existential crisis when people die.
Slightly wears off, so it's...
I like how it's gradual.
Yep.
It's not just, and I'm good.
And then this. That's awesome.
Fuck.
Hoo-hoo, shit.
Yeah, this fight slaps, though.
Yeah, it does.
This fight slaps. Warehouse fight slaps. The end fight's, whelming.
This fight's good. I feel like the build-up to it's choppy.
I agree.
Sink time! Imagine fighting someone and they hit you with a whole sink.
How did he know the fight would end up here with that?
He's a tactical master.
Tactical mastermind. I like the Martha scene. I'm gonna say it. I'll say it and defend it. I think the Martha scene is really well constructed as far as Batman's psychology. Because now
Batman's psychology. Okay, so the Martha scene doesn't bother me. The double flashback to this bothers me.
Fair. Batman's psychology changes because of that. Because as soon as she comes over and says to him it's his mother's name, he sees himself as the next Joe Chill, robbing the orphan of the next Batman's parents.
Yeah, but Superman doesn't have any kids. Checkmate.
The criticism of this scene was that, oh, they have the same mom name, therefore Batman likes people with the same mom name, therefore they're friends. That's not really what happened at all. So
I get the point being like, oh, he realizes Superman's human after all. Superman has been doing nothing but saving people this entire fucking movie. That's a pretty human thing. If Lois Lane can put together that Lex Luthor did this.
Yeah, but that was the easiest fucking thing to figure out.
Then why can't Bruce?
Thermal imaging is showing me 24 hostiles on the 3rd floor. Why don't I drop you off on the 2nd?
It's a shame Jeremy Irons won't get to be like
I know
Alfred anymore, because I like him. I think he does a good job.
I think he's gonna be in Snyder, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, but like that's not continual. You know.
I know, but I'll take it over nothing.
I wonder what they are doing with the DCEU now for Batman. That's why you work out, Jake. I'm still not a fan of this movie.
I'll give you that, and I see why.
But
and we'll get more into why at the end.
I remember more of this movie than I thought I did.
Wait, that guy's dead.
That's fucking hilarious.
I don't hate the sinner. I hate the sin.
10 seconds.
I don't hate my wife for cheating on me. I hate the act of cheating.
Stay calm, everybody!
I'm sure everyone in Metropolis is shitting themselves right now. Fucking PTSD across the goddamn city.
Less than 2 years later.
18 months later, I bet they're not done rebuilding.
No, they finished fucking Daily Planet in a day.
You're right.
Doomsday.
Doomsday?
Which you just said.
Yeah, no, he sucks, and he didn't need to be in this movie.
I see why they put him in.
Money.
You need a final fight where it's not each other. I get that.
I disagree, considering in the same year we got Civil War, where the final fight was Iron Man and Captain America.
You make a better point.
Oh my god! We're back into it!
Yeah, but that's not him. That's not his fault. That's Doomsday. All
Yeah,
Doomsday.
but the people...
It's still happening!
I don't think the people in the buildings getting blown up care who did it.
Mother!
It was Lex Luthor's fault. It's Lex Luthor's fault!
I mean, to be fair, most people probably moved out of Metropolis.
I'll give you that. The economy must be, like, shattered.
There were lights on in those buildings. Also, he basically fights General Zod twice.
But also Jesse Eisenberg's blood.
Movie over.
Wouldn't there be, like, radiation in the atmosphere and
Yeah,
all
they
that
don't
shit?
care.
Oh, okay.
No, they nuke him in space.
That doesn't mean it's not going to affect Earth. Skybeam. That counts. Oh, good. Batman's flying in to stop Doomsday. What a good fight.
This entire fight is Wonder Woman and Superman carrying the load, and Batman going, no, 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 no.
Bullets? Are you fucking kidding? You tried that on Superman.
Do you guys know he's Jesus?
Oh my god, he's Jesus. Oh my, wait a minute.
He's zombie Jesus. What the fuck happened? I like that Batman put his hands up like that would do fucking anything. Doesn't Aquaman give her back the spear?
No.
What?
Maybe I made that up.
He's not in the movie after that one video clip.
Dude, I don't know shit about
Which,
this movie.
again, is retcon because he wasn't in Atlantis. I like this shot of the three of them together.
Yeah, that's the
That's
shot.
doing it for That did it for me in the theater, too. That was like...
Good shot.
Yeah, and then the rest of the movie happens.
Again, if you take that one bit out of context to the film, it's great.
Harry Potter, the last one, right?
All of them.
Yep.
This is the only way they know how to do it.
Oh
Hear him
fuck,
going,
oh
shit,
fuck, oh
shit,
shit, oh
shit,
fuck, oh
shit,
fuck,
shit,
oh no, no,
shit.
no, whoa.
Oh Lord!
Oh my god. Alfred, I need help!
This thing's triple my size, I hate it here!
Alfred, please!
Alfred, send all of the sidekicks!
Why didn't you have Wonder Woman do this?
Because she had to hold him.
She had to hold the lasso down.
Alright, why didn't Superman hold it and Wonder Woman stab him?
It's her lasso.
Superman could have held him with his super strength.
No, he's bigger Superman. You would just throw him away.
Gotta push it further into me. He's sacrificing himself for everyone else, Mud. He's like Jesus.
Why can't he just reach back on the spear and push it in?
Mud, he's sacrificing himself for everyone else.
There's more handle for him to like reach back and just push forward.
Mud, I don't think you get it. His sins, he's atoning for them.
Who the fuck are you? So now it's not enough that Luthor already hated Superman because of what he did. Now he needs to have been motivated by Steppenwolf to kill Superman with Batman.
Why are they shaving his head?
Ding, 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 ding,
Mud, the comics?
5 weeks off.
I'm really proud of what you've done, though. I love you. Will you marry me? You're fired.
In fact, you need to pay me.
Mourning of loss. Why does everyone mourn his
Lex
death?
Luthor arrested in connection with
Clark Kent also dies.
Unrelated. Clark Kent dead, too. Looks just fucking like him.
Two of the most handsome men on the planet gone.
He's got to know, right? He's got to know.
Perry, no.
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 Perry's dumb.
Perry's retarded.
I think that's also his last appearance so far.
I'm crying.
Yeah, he wasn't in Justice League.
Oh, he's going to propose. Was he going to propose in the tub? We'll never know.
Help me find the others like you.
Perhaps they don't want to be found.
Is building the Justice League the best way to honor Superman in this universe?
Best way to honor Superman is to level a building and fuck his wife in the tub.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what he liked. He didn't care about the Flash or Aquaman.
If you seek his monument, look around you. Look at the leveled city.
I think Superman's actions of saving people and like going across the world, when he saw that building on fire across the world, he's like, all right, bye.
I don't think that accounts for the end of Man of Steel, though. That dirt's about to rise right up, and we're about to share our final thoughts and go right into Suicide Squad.
That's like Magneto moving the chess piece at the end of X-Men 3.
Yup.
It means nothing. I'm not going first.
I'll go first.
10.
No,
I'm kidding.
I said I'll go first, and also that's not true at all. If you didn't like the theatrical cut of Batman vs Superman because of the tone, the director, what they like did with the narrative and the characters,
I don't blame you.
You will not like this ultimate cut, or ultimate edition, I should say. It is a longer, sadder, angrier, more depressed version of the theatrical cut. But if you didn't like the theatrical cut because of the plot holes or some elements were missing that didn't make any sense, some scenes didn't flow coherently, this solves over 90% of those problems. And I feel like this is the cut that it's one of the reasons that I'm really excited for the Snyder Cut, because I want to see what he can do when he has total control again, but with the entire Justice League story that's focused on just the Justice League. A lot of the problems with this movie stem inherently from it not being a Man of Steel sequel directly and not being a Justice League-ish movie anyway. It's neither. It's somewhere in the middle between them.
To interject, they tried to make it a Batman movie and a Superman movie instead of just having them work together.
I agree.
I feel like it's two separate movies melded together.
Two. It's
four.
It's a bunch of fucking movies. And it doesn't know exactly what kind of movie it wants to be, and it ends up being none of them. Because it's not really a sequel to Man of Steel. It's not really a prequel to whatever Justice League is going to be after this point. It doesn't have one storyline. It has 10, and 4 are relevant. And that kind of annoys me. But at the end of the day, I think there are more positive elements in this movie than there are negatives. And I can sit here and probably agree with a lot of the negatives that you guys are going to talk about.
Yeah.
But my point is that this movie, as is, with the Ultimate Edition, with everything jam-packed together into one massive 3-hour experience, for me, I can't give it a negative review. I have to say probably a 6. I think it's passable, and I think it's got a lot of problems, and we're going to get into them right now. But it's far from the worst thing I've ever seen. It's far from one of the worst superhero movies of all time. It's far from this massive train wreck, and it's a hell of a lot better than Man of Steel at the very least. And that's all I'll pretty much say on
The
that.
thing about this movie that gets me is it's not boring for most of it. There are a couple of scenes where I'm like, just get to the next part. But coming from Man of Steel into this, it's like watching paint dry to watching anything at all.
Then the paint explodes and catches on fire in the next movie.
Like
there's like a lot going on now.
This movie has a lot going on, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. There's at least like interesting parts, and there are some parts that I don't feel are as interesting. I feel like the main character in this movie shouldn't be the main character. Batman and Superman are in the title. It's not called Lois Lane the movie. I feel very, very mixed every single time I watch it because I enjoy so much. The Batman warehouse scene slaps. The Doomsday fight's even not bad. I like the Doomsday fight. It's a bit contrived and over the top, but I like it. It's at least entertaining as a movie fan to watch. But there's just so much in this film that I feel like if you're not paying attention for like maybe 2 scenes, you're like, yeah, what, why, what? And even if you are paying attention, you're still like that. You're still kind of confused because there's just so much shit happening. It tries to set up Justice League. It tries to atone for Man of Steel. It tries to be its own movie. Lois Lane's the main character. And you're sitting here like, where's the one movie? I feel like a movie needs to be able to stand on its own.
Yeah.
And if this movie was the only movie, you'd be missing like 90% of it.
It feels like one episode of Game of Thrones. Do you know what I mean? Like if you've never seen the show or if you've just seen the pilot episode.
You're just going to like season 4, episode 3, and it's
right.
like, here you fucking go.
And you watch it and you're like, wow, I know these characters, but a lot's happened since, and a lot's happening in between, and a lot's gonna happen that hasn't happened to conclude this shit. But it's good, but at the same time, a lot is being missed.
A lot just doesn't make any sense if you don't have any pretext or foretext.
Yeah, exactly. Lots being mishandled here. So, I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts
Because
on
without a Justice League movie that is in the works for this universe, you're like, why does any of this matter?
Yeah,
and without Man of Steel, you're like, why does any of this matter?
Right, but just because the Justice League is coming does not mean that this movie is solved.
No,
you know?
absolutely not.
So,
but without, like, if Justice League never happened after this, you could rewatch this movie and go, oh, it's fucking useless now.
Exactly.
Like, that's my big problem. It's Prodigium all over again, where they try to set up all this shit.
It doesn't feel like one movie or one team. It feels like the next episode of the DCEU show.
Yep. Yeah. And that's my biggest issue with most of the DCEU. They stopped doing it later on, but...
Can I say something else before Mutt? I know Mutt has a lot to say and he hasn't said shit yet.
I don't think I have anything to say.
Fair enough. But I feel like this is what Age of Ultron stopped itself from being. Age of Ultron tried to be...
Oh, Age of Ultron could have very easily been this.
Right?
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the MCU and Kevin Feige and people kept Age of Ultron on track to be its own movie at the end of the day, but you can see the inklings of it wanting to do what Batman vs. Superman did in terms of blowing everything up and adding everything in there and adding all these plot lines to set up 10 more movies. They trimmed it down, and that's one of the reasons I like that.
They learned from their mistakes. Ian, do you want to give it your out of 10 before I start?
Also a 6. I'm super mixed. I can't give it a 5 because I do enjoy it. There are some scenes that fucking slap, and I can't give it more because there's also the shitty, boring investigator scenes, or even the theatrical cut. I keep thinking back to the theatrical cut, like, man, this is just not as good. Like, well, this cut's better. But when you think back about the theatrical cut, you go, that's not a good movie.
Yeah. So, Jake, you said that this movie, if you're not a fan of all the plot holes in BVS, you'll like it. And if you're not a fan of all the boring, edgy shit in BVS, you won't like it. Well, good news, because I didn't like either parts of BVS.
Tight, like most.
Holy shit.
So it improves on part of the stuff you didn't like, but also I
think the biggest linchpin for this movie is they just don't know what they're doing with Superman at all. And they're not giving Henry Cavill anything to work with. And he's supposed to be like a linchpin in this film. And it just doesn't work. He's not a character. I'd argue he had more character in Man of Steel, where he was just like, I don't want to do it. It's like, fuck me. Like, how is that the one thing that movie did better? Because Man of Steel is infinitely worse. Lois Lane's plot pissed me off the entire time. Lex's plan is stupid in my personal opinion.
No, not it's pretty
like,
fucking stupid.
He's barely. I don't get why he wants Batman and Superman to kill each other. I was confused for a lot of this movie, going, what the fuck? And again, like I said earlier, I remembered a surprising amount of this movie, but that's a bad thing because it made me realize that this movie's just boring and shitty. There's good scenes in here. I will concede that, and I think there's some good acting in here. But overall, holy fuck, what a mess. The second film in this series, and it feels like it should be the 6th or 7th film.
I agree. They shouldn't have done it this early.
It's insane. It's
because we have no setup about Batman.
No setup about Batman. No setup about Wonder Woman. No Lex Luthor. No nothing. We barely even know Superman.
Because he's barely the main character in his own movie.
He's barely the main character in this movie.
He's not.
It's
not. Lois.
Yeah, and there's just a lot of contrivances in this film that just make it not work for me. And I think it's so long and so much is happening. Like, I don't mind long films.
I agree.
Endgame's 3 hours long, and that movie's great. You know, Seven Samurai's like 3 hours long. That's one of my favorite movies ever.
Apocalypse Now is 3.5 hours long, and that shit slaps.
My favorite version of Apocalypse Now is 3 hours long.
Yep.
Oh, Lord of the Rings. All those movies are like 2 hours and 20 minutes in the theatrical version, and their extended editions, which are my preferred versions, are all over 3, I think.
Yep.
But there's just so much peripheral shit in this film that goes nowhere and will continue to go nowhere.
I agree.
Because they just keep dropping shit when people say they don't like it. It's so reactionary.
They did the same thing with Suicide Squad, and then they did the same thing with the movie right after that again. And it's like, oh my god. Yeah.
So 4.
Wow, that's more generous than I thought you would go.
I gave Man of Steel 3. So like it's above Man of Steel.
I do want to say one thing to Mud was talking about Superman. I think Henry Cavill's doing a good job acting, though.
My problem is not with how Henry Cavill acts as Superman. My problem with is the complete and utter lack of any material for him to work with, any sort of growth or change or reflection for this character. My favorite scene in this movie was him and Lois talking after the bombing, where he's like, it was lead lined. I should have known. I should have been. Him beating himself up and being like,
that's a really good scene. He's like, I wasn't paying enough attention. I was thinking about myself.
That's great. Yep. That's Superman right there. Like, that's what I want out of Superman. I want a man who is a god, and all he thinks to himself every day is, I could be a better person.
How can I help others?
How can I help others?
Yep.
What am I doing that I can do better?
Yep.
Like, that's what Superman is to me.
And one of the things about Superman is they give Henry Cavill nothing to work with, but at the same time, he's such a good actor that he makes me at least somewhat care about the character.
Somewhat.
If they had someone else in this role that wasn't as good as Superman, I would be like, all right.
Yeah.
But
sure.
The reverse is true, where if you cast fucking Leonardo DiCaprio, one of the greatest actors ever, in the main role, he would suck as Superman because you can't save this fucking character. The choice to give him clinical depression is, I would say, one of the biggest critiques I've had of both of these movies so far.
I love him in the role. That's the thing. And I just wish that he had more. I really do. Because the stuff that we like that Superman does, it's so good and so impactful, and it gives you that inkling of hope. It winds like a river about the character.
It's those small scenes where he's just a little reflective and he talks about what he wants as a person.
Yep.
And like, I know
there's a lot of those in Man of Steel.
I know people who are like, oh, Superman in this series, he's so selfish, he's so self-centered. No, he's not.
Depressed.
He's just sad.
He wants to do better.
He wants to do better because he feels like he's unworthy of his own power, which is, that's good Superman.
Yep.
And I like the idea of taking a 2 or 3 movie arc to develop him into the Superman that we know and love, but they're taking a really shitty route to get there.
Yeah, they're doing it. Like, I do like the idea of a Superman with self-doubt.
Yep.
But when it crosses into just this mopey self-loathing, like...
Yeah.
Bruh.
You could have had that scene where he was beating himself up be more impactful. Were he confident in himself prior in that movie? If he were like getting to the point where he's like, man, I'm so good at saving people, look at me save everybody, blah, 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 blah. And then that happens and he goes, holy shit, I'm the worst hero.
Or if he talked about how guilty he feels over Metropolis and they're like, no, it wasn't you, it was Zod. And he was like, but I could have been better.
Yeah. In this 2-movie arc, there is one scene where he cares or feels shitty about what happened at Metropolis, and that's when he snaps Zod's neck and he goes, "Gah!" Which
and
is a
then
great
even
scene.
after that, he was just
The
whatever.
scene after, he's like, I'm here to help. And it's like, nothing you're doing in this movie is actually...
You have not helped.
Yeah, nothing you're doing. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. And to tap a little bit of forethought on Superman, Justice League Superman's a fucking joke.
Is this guy still bothering
He's
you?
a campy mess.
My friend, he's not much of a movie critic like we are. I talked to him about Justice League, and he was like, you know what? My one thing with that movie, I thought it was fine, not great, but fine. And then Superman showed up, and it sucked. I was like, that's a great review of that film.
I don't even think it was fine.
I don't think it was fine either.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Again,
We'll get there.
again,
We'll get there.
I mean, he also likes Man of Steel.
Fair enough.
Some people do. Some people defend Man of Steel.
They're wrong.
There's some people that think it's like a greatest movie ever.
2 weeks ago, before we watched it, I would have probably also defended Man of Steel because I didn't remember any of it.
I will say one thing about Man of Steel: the directing style and the way the movie shot is really good.
No, it's not. Shaky cam, random punches.
Oh, yeah, another shade. Don't get me started.
Don't you say that Man of Steel's well shot.
At least it's not a fucking disaster that way. Like, I think Zack Snyder's at least a decent director.
Whatever, let's just watch Suicide Squad.
No.
Academy Award winning Suicide Squad.